It is another edition of the Influencers Corner on Speak Naija. Today, we'll be bringing your way a very inspiring young lady who have done so well. And as we do this, if the person is not making changes, we are not bringing the person to you. It is because the person is making good changes. That is why we are bringing the person to you. And today we'll be talking to an inspiring young lady. She will be introducing herself to you.
Okay, so my name is Sunshine Chikeze. I'm a radio presenter and I'm a conference speaker. I am also a compere, and then I'm a volunteer. I volunteer for 19 Walks. Yes. And most importantly, I run an initiative with the boy child, or for the boy child rather.
Okay, why boy child?
The Boy Child Movement is a non-governmental organization that focuses on highlighting the issues and the problems of the boy child and trying to provide solutions through holding conferences, skill acquisitions, school sensitizations, all to impact them positively to become responsible men in the society.
Whoa, that's so amazing. And nobody would think about the boy child.
Yes, over time, a lot of attention has been drawn to the girl child. You look at several organizations fighting for the girl child, several organizations speaking up against gender-based violence, sexual assault concerning the girl child, and a lot of amazing stuff have been done for the girl child. And when you look at it, nothing really has been done for the boy child. And then I keep asking myself, how do we keep fighting for gender equality while the attention, or majority of the attention, is focused on the girl child? And I'm like, we cannot get a balanced society by focusing one attention to one gender and leaving the other gender out. So I figured out, if we can train a young boy, or if we can raise a responsible boy and a responsible girl, we have ended up solving a major societal problem. Because if you keep focusing all the attention on the girl child, keep fighting for sexual assault and all that, and you don't fix the problem from the source, because when you talk about gender, when you talk about rape and all sorts of atrocities that are happening in society, the main perpetrators are the males. Yes, and if you don't fight it from the root, if you don't try to sensitize these young boys on doing the right things, they keep taking it out on the girls. And what you do is, just like in a hospital situation where somebody gets injured, okay, you just keep applying GV or treatment on it, but then you don't solve the problem, you don't try to fix it, or you don't try to stop it from happening. Okay, so what I feel, or what I'm doing, is to try to stop it from happening, because when all this trauma comes, or when all these problems comes to the girls, it takes a long while before it gets out of their head. Okay, if you rape a girl, the trauma is eternal. Why don't you stop it from happening at all? So that is exactly what I'm trying to do. Your
passion is amazing, and I admire it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, tell us, do you enjoy any government backup or something? Is there any? Okay,
so for now, no, we do not, or we have not started enjoying, because I have a lot of hope, because what I'm doing is amazing. Because
that means you want.
Yes, I would really love the government, the private organizations, anybody who cares about the welfare of the society to help us, speak up for the boy child, okay? Because the boy, or the males, are the vital part of the society when it comes to politics, when it comes to positions, that high positions, when it comes to, a lot of amazing positions in the society are held by the males, okay? If you don't get it right with the males, starting from the family sector, the organizations, the government, every other part of that is held by the males. So I feel if we don't fix the males, the society will keep being a problem. Our males will keep being in the prison, will keep ending up as drug addicts, will keep ending up as cultists, and then we are raising irresponsible males, and it's going to definitely affect the females, and if it affects the females, it has affected the whole society. So I feel this is something that the government, private organizations, anybody who cares about the welfare of the society should buy into.
You are so inspiring. You are so inspiring.
Thank you so much.
I want to find out, what is it that inspired you into this? There must be something so particular about boy child.
Okay, aside the fact that there was a huge God factor in the process, I grew up in a family where the negative impact of not training up the males stared at my face. So it made me to realize that when you don't train a boy properly, he grows up into becoming either a bad father, a bad leader, a bad president, a bad anything you can think of. And then it boils down and it affects the family, it affects the wife, it affects the children, it affects the future of the full family, the full friends of the children,
and then
it transcends to the society generally. So I felt, since it happened to me, when you see a problem, it's your duty to solve the problem. So since I didn't like the impact of the problem on me and my siblings, on my mom, on my dad, I felt, I needed to stand up and change it. And God has been faithful so far.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, tell us, at the long run, what do you intend to achieve with this boy-child movement?
This question is super emotional for me. And what I want to do, or what I intend doing with this project, is no big deal, or is a big deal for me, is to raise responsible young men who would grow up to become fathers, to people like my children, to people like your children, who would become responsible teachers and not rape young girls and young boys, who would become responsible young men who wouldn't, rob people of their valuables, who would become responsible presidents, who would take the country to another level. That is just my aim. If I can achieve that, I have achieved a beautiful society.
Thank you. People keep forgetting that if the boys become men tomorrow and they are responsible, we will not need to be telling the girls to dress and cover themselves, or not go to a man's house, or to be careful in the society and all of this.
Yes, I used to always tell people that it takes a functional man and a functional woman to make up a functional society. The woman has their own soft spot, and the males, they have their own hard spot. It only takes a hard dad and a soft mom to raise up a proper child. If you only have a soft mom who is going to keep patting your back whenever you do something wrong, keep driving you away from serving the necessary punishments, you're not going to grow up to become a better man. But if you grow up with a father who is going to spank you very well when you mess up,
my dad did well.
So if we finally raise responsible men, they are going to raise responsible children, and raising responsible children is going to transcend. I keep talking about the society. Every other time when things happen in the society, people get to say, it is the society this, it is the society that. And I keep asking, so who is the society? Society is me. Society is you. Society is the father. Society is the mother. Society is everybody. So we can change this from us. We can change this from changing our children, changing your neighbor's children, and everything falls in place. So
Sunshine,
I can keep going on and on.
You are just talking and you don't want to even stop. Okay, Sunshine. Before I come back to you, we will be going for a short break. But remember, keep tuning on. You will love this. The next question, you will love Sunshine to answer it. Thank you.
Stranger to the dark, hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
You are welcome back from the break. I remember we've been talking to Sunshine, and Sunshine have been telling us a lot of inspiring things about her movement as the boy child movement. Sunshine, before we go into many other things, there is this thing that struck my mind outside the camera. Tell us the testimony you shared with me behind the scene. You told me testimony that emanated from that. Tell us.
Okay, that was about my boys' conference, and what happened was that it got to a point during the conference that I decided to be very straight with the guys, and that was when I was telling them that majority of the guys there didn't have a good relationship with their dads, and somehow I asked everybody who was in the room to really be very sincere with me, and I asked, so if you're not in a very good relationship with your dad, can you raise up your hand? And shockingly, several young guys who attended the conference raised their hands up. And after that, we started taking questions during the question and answer segments, and one of the guys sincerely asked a question to one of our guests, one of my guest speakers, that's Mr. Raymond Okwa, asked him that what does he do that his dad wronged him, and he has been having issues with his dad for several years, and that he doesn't know what to do about it, but then that he really wants to get back together with his dad. He wasn't really comfortable with the whole situation where he doesn't get along with his father. Mr. Raymond Dukwa talked to him about it. Somehow he went back. I don't know how he did it, but Mr. Raymond Dukwa put it to him that he really had to be the first person to go apologize to his dad, despite the fact that it was his dad that wronged him. And somehow he was able to do that, and that was how the relationship got fixed, and he was so excited about it. He texted Mr. Raymond Dukwa, and Mr. Raymond Dukwa got across to me, and I was excited about it. Then the next testimony I've had a lot of testimonies in the series of this project, but another thing that's been very amazing to me is the fact that a lot of guys started confiding in me about several important, sensitive things that has happened to them. And one of it was about a guy. He's done with school right now, so he inboxed me one of the days and he told me, oh Sunshine, I'm excited about what you are doing. I wish that I knew you when I was young. And I was like, okay, so what's up? And he said when he was 7 years old, his aunt that was living with them in the same house was having sex with him, and it happened for several years. Okay, and
his aunt,
yes, one of the days the woman was on her menstrual period and requested for the young boy to have sex with him, and somehow the boy got ill because of what happened. And he grew up with that mentality. He grew up with that trauma. He didn't have anybody to talk to about it. At the time he was talking to me about it this year, few months back, he told me that nobody knows about what happened. Okay, and he just somehow felt he should talk to me about it, and somehow we were able to go through the gist. I mean, it was really very tough, because this is the kind of thing that happens, and you even tell the person, don't forgive, you have to do back. Yes,
the pain can even cause him to do worse.
Yes, very true. And this is what society doesn't know. When you do wrong to a boy and you make him bleed, he comes back to bleed on you. And several things that happen like this, nobody knows. Yes, several of these things that happen, nobody knows when it happened, how it happened, and the trauma and the impact it has on the boy. But when the boy starts taking it out, when he finally grows up, society drags him and puts him inside the prison. But you don't know what made him become who he is. I'm not saying that any boy or any guy should become a rapist or should become an armed robber or should become this or that. I'm trying to say that sometimes some things lead to some things.
That's true. Sunshine, you have been quite inspiring, but I'm going to ask you, have you been able to galvanize some sponsorship, or have you asked for any, and how much have you been able to get from them?
Okay, so far so good. I have been the one sponsoring my projects with the help of some of my friends who believe in me and some of my mentors who believe in me. So we've not really moved out to organizations to sponsor us, but it's something that I feel that when you start up something, people don't just want to buy into something they don't know about. So I feel that when you start up something and people are feeling the impact of whatever it is that you're starting up, they can now buy into it. So This 1 year has given me time to prove a point with what I've been doing, and it's been really very impactful. And I think this is where I need sponsors to come in. So my voice conference, Abia, is coming up. I don't want to announce the date yet, but we're already going to start school tour from January next year. 2020 is going to hold amazing stuff for the boy child movement. We're definitely delving into sensitizations, because our parents have failed us. Society has failed us. We have even failed ourselves. We need people to start sensitizing these young boys on the right things to do. Start training children, telling them when people come to you, you run away. These are the acts, these are the signs that this person is not a good person. When you start telling them from 7, 8, they can run away from some of these
ill,
I don't know what to call them, these bad people that get to take advantage of young people. And then we want to sensitize parents to, there are some actions or there are some behaviors that your young boy starts giving, and you don't just pay deaf ears to it. You start looking into the matter. When you see that a young boy stops going to a place that he frequents, when you see that a boy starts withdrawing from an uncle or from an aunt that usually he likes going to, you have to chill and ask questions.
That's
okay
true.
These are some of the signs that these people give, because sometimes these older people threaten them. If you talk, I will do this. If you talk, I will do this. And they are young people, and this act keeps going on until they grow up and they harm us.
Sunshine, it's been inspiring talking to you. My people, Sunshine needs sponsors. The bank, we need you to sponsor this program. It's for you, because when every boy child are doing well, you will not have armed robbers coming to rob your bank.
True.
We need the government.
We need the UNICEF.
We need
the UN.
everybody.
We need every organization that would help us pull this message through.
Because this is it. You say something. You say when you bleed a boy child, they come back
to bleed
on you. The mothers, the fathers, every well-meaning person in the society. This is what we need at this moment. We need everybody to come all the way out to support and sponsor Sunshine, so that the boy child movement will go on. Thank you. It's been amazing talking with you, Sunshine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you. Until next time, remember, this is still one-on-one with the influencers.
Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep following. Don't touch that dial.
Thank you, Sunshine. Okay, next time, my people, will be bringing an amazing person on your way, as amazing or more amazing than Sunshine. Thank you. Like she said, keep subscribing. Just press the subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell so that you get notification each time we have new video up. Go to our YouTube channel, go to our Facebook channel. It's All Speak Naija. Go and follow us.
Let's speak Naija together.